Inclusion in Our Classroom by Caitlin Votino and Isabel Lewis.
Welcome to Room 12. I'm Mrs. Jones and I'm going to show you inclusion in my classroom. You might think differentiation and inclusion are too much work. Between differentiated worksheets, IEP paperwork, accommodations, and modifications, it can seem time-consuming and overwhelming, but I'm here to show you that it's possible and worthwhile. One of the first steps to inclusion is collaboration. Working with school specialists, such as counselors and special ed teachers, can help support your students and allow you to get to know students and their needs better. These specialists are also often able to provide you with insight, along with resources that will help you differentiate your lesson plans and create a better classroom environment. IEPs and 504 plans are also a great resource for you. IEP and 504 plans are created by a team of specialists, including the special ed teacher and the parents of the child. It is a formal legal document that outlines the needs of the student, their goals, and necessary accommodations and modifications. As the teacher of an inclusive classroom, these plans will be your guide to ensure you make the appropriate adjustments so each student is included and involved in the classroom. Getting to know your students is key to inclusion and creating a supportive classroom environment for all students. Incorporating students' experiences, interests, and values in the classroom makes them feel appreciated and helps keep them engaged. It also creates a stronger bond between you and each student, so when a student has a question or concern, they feel comfortable coming to you for support and guidance. Some ways to get to know your students and build a positive classroom environment are through student inventories or surveys conducted at the beginning of the year. Such surveys allow students to tell you a bit about themselves, their needs, and their goals for the year. Contracts are another useful tool that can be created for either the entire classroom or individual students. Individual contracts might be useful for some students with disabilities, as it will outline a concrete behavior plan for both the student and the teacher, holding both parties accountable. Planning for differentiation begins with making accommodations and modifications for each student as outlined by their IEP and 504 plans. Such adjustments might be as simple as writing the class agenda on the board or providing a worksheet with additional instructions or bolded vocabulary words. More tactile, visual, and interactive learning also can help students with disabilities and has actually been proven to aid learning for all students. As we know, what works for students with disabilities works for all students. To review, the 4 key components to inclusion are collaboration, IEPs and 504 plans, getting to know your students, and planning for differentiation. As you can see, many of the tactics and strategies used to create an inclusive classroom can help the students in your classroom who have a disability and can also help the general education students. Creating an inclusive classroom benefits every one of your students, so why not try it?
Created using Powtoon.